friends, it's time for another Zoom session on our favorite topic, the one thing. The one thing brings us so many opportunities to narrow down our focus and come up with what's really important. We're going to get into that in a little more detail. One of my favorite cartoons is a Dilbert cartoon where Dilbert goes off to work in his little cubicle. He comes home, and when he gets home, Dogbert looks at him like, "What? You look really tired. Like, you don't do anything, man. Like, why are you tired?" And then Dilbert sort of reflects on that for a moment, and he says, "Well, every day I come to work with a little teacup, and I am pounded with a fire hose of information, and all the room I have is this little teacup." And what he's saying there is, there's only so much room that we have in our head and our heart for things that are important. And every single day we are inundated with so many things and all we've got is our teacup, just like Dilbert. And with that teacup, we got to decide what's going to go in this little fellow and what's going to stay out. And those are the biggest decisions we have every single day. Because every day, if you'll take a look in your book, every day we have these opportunities. We have opportunities that are all the things that we could do every day. Like every day I have the opportunity to go sailing. I have the opportunity to go running. I have the opportunity to play golf. I have the opportunity to go to work. I have the opportunity to go teach a class, all these things. And then what do we do every day? We decide. And then also, what do we know? There's only so much that we know about everything. For instance, I still haven't learned to play chess. Most of my friends are experts at it. I still don't know how. I know how to do a lot of things. I'm in the middle of teaching myself different types of mechanics, and I'm also learning about aerospace and things that I didn't know about before. However, I'm probably not going to get around to learning chess right away. Then all we could have, now there's so much in the world that we have wealth available to us, that we look at all these opportunities, and sometimes with what we have in the media, it looks like we should have everything, doesn't it? It doesn't look like we're satisfied with the car from 2 years ago. We've got to have the car from now. We've got to have all these updated appliances and the latest clothes and all these things. One great equalizer of this whole COVID experience is people are starting to realize that only certain things are important in life, and they don't need a whole lot. It doesn't take much to fill the teacup. And that's something that's really important for people to learn. And it's something we're starting to come to terms with. I want to just show you a few things that are on my refrigerator so you can get an idea about important things in my life. Now, my refrigerator used to be a Sub-Zero, and a Sub-Zero doesn't have the ability to have a magnetic base. And so I actually gave that away, and I bought a less expensive refrigerator because I wanted the magnets. I wanted a place where my kids could put up their work and have the experiences I had as a kid of highlighting things that are really important. Now, here is a picture of me at the beach, and this is me at the beach at an ideal weight. And that's something I keep on the refrigerator because, as you know, we talked about losing weight when we first met. And so that's important to me. I have 2 boys, and I have pictures of them which sort of rotate up the refrigerator. Here's one of myself and my youngest boy, Max, and we're at the beach, and we frequently go fishing. And yes, I do go fishing in a sundress. I frequently do. And this is a picture of us fishing. Here's a picture of both of my boys. Max is in the front, and Finn is in the back with the umbrella. And they love to dance. And so this was a rainy day, and they were dancing in the rain. I thought it was really fun. And so I keep that on the refrigerator to just remind me that when I'm with my family, I am with my family, and they're my most important people. And my boys are also accomplished ballet dancers. And I don't say that to be a bragging mom. I say that because I have never missed a ballet practice. I have never missed a performance. And they actually perform in Broadway shows, so they are in real significant shows. And I have never missed one. And I hope that that stays consistent because that's important for them to see. I was a swimmer growing up, And I can remember when I was swimming that a lot of times there'd be parents that were there in the stands while the meets were going on, and they just weren't really paying that much attention. They might have had something like a magazine with them or some notepad. They were doing other things. When I was a kid, there weren't cell phones. So now when I see swim meets going on, I see a lot of parents and grandparents and relatives and friends on their phone. And they're giving the impression that they're actually there for the meet. However, they really aren't. Their mind is elsewhere. Their mind is on that device. So I remind myself that when I'm with my kids and they're doing something that's important to them, I'm really with my kids and I'm not distracted. I'm paying attention to what is happening for them and with them. Here's a picture of us at the airport, and I just thought that was a cute picture. I found out later I had a concussion on my way home. I had hit my head before we took the flight, and we were on our way home to get back because we were going to be in a television show as a family. And so it was important for us to get back on time, and our kids were just having fun. My kids were having fun, and I didn't realize that the headache I had wasn't that I was tired of being at the airport. I actually had a concussion. Regardless, I was still there. I was still present. And here's one last picture. This is my firstborn son, Finn, like shark fin. And Finn loves to skateboard and do kind of high performance sports like flips and dirt bikes and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know how to do that type of thing. However, I do participate by watching and encouraging him and giving him goals to go for. And then two other things I'll show you in the refrigerator is we have this, which tells us about the question, the main question that we have with the one thing all the time. And the question is, what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else becomes unnecessary? So this is our big question every day that we look at when we're just making decisions about what to do. And then I also have this, that success is sequential. So I'll talk with you a little bit more about that as we go forward. So just to recap, regarding this situation, our challenges with life are that we have so much opportunity that we sometimes can find ourselves getting lost in that opportunity instead of being able to make decisions. So for instance, I'm a big Costco shopper, and it's really easy to go into Costco and see the big walls of stuff and start to think, wow, I really could use an artificial fireplace right now, or something that's completely not on my list. Another good equalizer with the COVID situation is now you go to Costco or you go other places, they don't have everything. So you have to make better choices, and you have to stay with the choices that you've made. So it's not all about everything. It's about the right things, and it's about the right choices. The way to succeed is important. So go ahead and type in the chat how you think you succeed at work, and I'll wait for a moment. Okay, I see that you all have put some choices there. Some people say they succeed by working on time, getting projects in early. I also see that you have some answers here about making certain that you communicate with the other salespeople. All these things are excellent. Now, how do you succeed with your personal life? Put that into the chat, please. All right, now I'm seeing that people succeed in their personal life by spending time with the people that they care for, excuse me. Going on vacation, that's a really good one. Going to school functions, yes. And also making certain to be available for different holidays, that's really good too. All those things are good. So making certain that you make these choices. Now, with the one thing, we want you to think big. We want you to think really big. Like for instance, maybe I don't want to take my boys to Hawaii for surfing this year. Maybe I want to take my boys and 6 of their cousins surfing this year. So how do we get to that point? We need to decide how we're going to budget in order to get to that point. And that could be a whole lot of things that will get you to getting a group of 8 boys to Hawaii on a vacation. And what that may boil down to is a simple one thing, and that may be we don't eat out pizza every Friday. We don't eat out pizza every Friday. And that is something my boys and I have been doing. So the money we usually spend going out for pizza with them, their friends, and enjoying the Friday evening, we're now putting in our Hawaii account. And that one thing is getting us closer to that vacation. So in order to succeed, think big, definitely think big. However, think small also. Because so many of us think that we're doing well when actually we're slowly failing. And it's as if you were swimming, because if you're swimming and you see the shore and you think you're paddling closer to the shore, and actually you're just paddling parallel to it. You're not getting anywhere near the beach. That's what sometimes happens to a lot of us, is we think we're making good choices. We feel that we're busy, we're productive, we got a lot of stuff going on. We're feeling like we're really in the zone, and we're not even making the beach. We're just cruising along, and we're not really getting further ahead. We're just treading water. So those are big topics to think about, because remember, just like Dilbert, it comes back to the teacup. We just come to work with this, we come to life with this, and we have to decide what's going to fit in there and what's important to fit in there. So those are really big topics for us. And so again, by all means, think big, and I'm not saying, don't work on things at work or focus only on your family. I'm saying look at some of the things that we can do in a different manner by starting big and then going real small. And by going really small, we're going to start winning. And we're going to start winning so slowly that it feels like we're not. It feels like not even enough is happening. We're going to start winning so slowly that it feels like we're failing. It's just like going to the gym or doing anything that is repetitive. If you find yourself skipping a step, you might feel good temporarily, and then soon it's going to catch up with you. So keep narrowing your focus. That's really critical. All right, our next meeting will be about looking at how to take that narrow focus and use it to create big wins over time. Which brings us back to that last page on my refrigerator. It's the sequential win that really matters. It's the turtle that wins. It's not the hare. It's the turtle. Thank you, beautiful friends, and have a good afternoon. Until we meet again, bye.